Hello everyone and welcome back to the grand city of Venezia. That is actually a kingdom. So up to this point I thought we were playing as a duchy more or less, as a republic that is a duchy rank. But nope, it's a republic kingdom tier realm. That means we can have several duchy titles and we don't care in the world, because after we die the duchy titles belong still to the kingdom. So as long as we are the Doge of Venezia, we still have all the duchy titles. It gets a bit more complicated when we lose an election, become only a duke ourselves, so only have one duchy. What happens then with the other duchy titles? Because theoretically, if you have equal titles and you die, these equal titles will be divided among your heirs. So I could potentially lose something then. Pregnant, very good. So this is why I'm not really going for the title there yet. The different, well, we might make an exception for Pisa, because Pisa is close and we probably will always keep that. Alliance with who? Nope, I'm not doing that. So the Grand City Pisa here, the duchy, we can afford it. It gives me some renown and it also gives me some prestige, so that's a good thing. Or we're going with the Duchy of Sardinia, which I like even more because this is a whole island that we get out of that, and Pisa is just a city, right? Actually, let's go for Sardinia. That we should then have. It's the jure part of Kingdom of Sardinia and then the Empire of Italia. And yeah, it's risky. I have no direct idea what would happen if we die in this case here. I think we will lose it if we are no longer king as well while we die. So that should not happen actually. So let's create it, I think. So there we have it. Very good. We have created a new title. And Juliana has been asking me for a toy boat for so long. And she's fickle. Alright. No problem there. She's intelligent after all. She will like that. He is looking bossy. He is bossy. He's from Transylvania, so I was expecting something more sinister. And that's it though so far. We have 2 healthy children. What more can you wish for? A third one that we can marry. Marry to someone. That might be it. For the learning, we have now still 8 years left before we can really go for the next buildings. So what we can do with the money that we have, we can continue upgrading stuff in our other domains, right? So for example, Cagliari is probably going to be one of my main islands. We're already upgrading here the port. And the other ones would be Napoli and Salerno. I like them too. Let's upgrade some stuff here as well with the bit of money that we have. It's always good to invest. We can also ask the Pope for a bit of money. Actually 500 he's paying us. Why so much? 500. Usually it's only 150 or 200. And we have some bandits also running around rampant in the city of Veneto. Right, so here in this county. We should also find someone as a new vassal. So here in Sardine, I would like to have... Oh, and we got a new son. We got a new son. Isn't that amazing? Alberto Azzo. Alberto Azzo of Venice. Let's go with that name. Alberto Azzo Contarini he's called. Very good. A new son. And he's a quick person. So at least he's got one congenital trait. At least that is something. Olbia is very weak, very poor. Let's grant this to someone. I might actually grant it to one of my houses. I should probably grant it to my houses, to be honest, because this would give me more prestige and respect when it is of my house. So there we have House Contarini, Odono Vecchio. He's currently there. So let's put him over there. So we are within the domain limit again. That is good for our taxes. And one of our houses also has now gotten or is now a vassal of mine, right? So he is working towards the fame of our house. I mean, come on, we have 40 living members in the house right now. That's a lot. Right? So this is basically how we're looking right now. It all started with Doge Domenico II, if you remember. And it all went all the way down here to our current generation. This is pretty cool. Right now, we are insignificant, but we are very close to the next level of splendor. Perfect. And there it is. The Contarini dynasty is known far and wide. Also, another missing village event that I can have with my tax collector. that we should be doing, and we get a lifestyle perk out of it. Vassal tax contribution, let's go with that now. Didn't really do that much though. So what did you find about the city? Oh, Grand City of Napoli will decrease by 50 development progress. Both of them have that problem here. Alright, and city gets the development growth plus 30. At least that is something. And we get a lifestyle perk. In Napoli, we're still at 20 and it's still growing nicely, so not the biggest problems. And let's also have a look there real quick. It's a bit of a problem when we have so many perks here all the time. Let's go with the Republican increasing. That's at least 1 coin. Perfect. We've also reached the highest respect level once again. So we are now the next in line. Serene Doge Domenico II of Venice is the next in line. We don't have to worry about that. We could also raise the crown authority. We have enough prestige. The feudal vassal tax contribution, so that the vassal taxes would be increased, which I think is pretty nice and handy. So let's pass the law. That's a bit more money coming in. Also, I think a bit of more prestige coming in. Salerno also gains the welcome administration. Another boost. That is looking forward. Perfect. And my steward, 11 more months for Salerno. Oh, by the way, we should increase the control of Sardine. Has anything changed in the wall so far? Juliana gets the trusting trade. Oh, Byzantine Empire, look at that. There's a huge war going on right now. An independence war. My goodness, that might be very interesting for us if something bad happens over there. And we also got Lombardy. They have a lot of allies, but not so good ones. I always wanted to get something here in the Alps for Venice. And also Napoli is now Cisalpine and Salerno is also Cisalpine now. So as we can see now, we have 5 Cisalpine counties out of the 6 that we need. So 2 more and we could be head of the culture. Battlements 5 more years. So we're getting now really close to that. Oh no! It happened while she was pregnant. My wife died. She was a drunkard. She was pregnant. Birthing chamber. Each minute feels like a lifetime. Heirs, screams have ceased with no infant's cry replace it. Something is wrong. I can feel it in my bones. The door opens. The midwife's wretched expression confirms all my fears. I'm so very sorry, my lord. Your daughter, both are in heaven. Wife and daughter at the same time. This is unfortunate. Who is sharing my bed now in the evening? So we need to continue finding us a new wife, of course. I'm mourning. I'm going to mourn. Let's make this realistic. 2 days. Perfect. 2 days mourning time. And we can continue now. Perhaps we find a genius. I mean, actually a genius would not be really worth it at this point. We have enough heirs. I could... Oh, wait a second. It was Tuscany, right? Tuscany. Matilda, she's at the right age. She's trusting, sadistic. Oh, that might be some fun. Forgiving. She's forgiving and sadistic at the same time. And trusting. Seems like a very interested, troubled soul that we have here with Matilda. And she's one of the only ones that is actually viable for us. Let's take her. We do get some prestige out of this one too. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. We have a new spouse. And yeah, she's going to help us in our ways and stuff like that. We have Tuscany, Transylvania, and Seleucia still. So that's all fine. My daughter, by the way, yep, she is lustful. She has a taste for the better things in life, it seems. It's sinful to Catholics though, but who needs to know? Very good. So she's going to have lots of babies for our house and for our glory. Battlements, it's all that I'm waiting for right now. 14 months. Then we already are where we should be. Construction is fine. Let's also increase the size of our armies once again. Since money-wise we can afford pretty much. It would cost me right now 35 coin if I raise all of them. We need to be a bit careful there, but what we can take, right? If we raise too many, then the war would drag us to bankruptcy. Let's go with that one here still. I want to increase my siege weapons, and that should be it. You please still find me something. We would also need to upgrade a bit more. Juliana comes of age. They grow up so fast. She's Midas touched. And they can marry. Very good. They're already married now. That is actually a pretty good combination here, the two of them. Unfortunately, she is my daughter. We got a wife. The wife is already pregnant. How very good. Matilda. You're starting early. They seem to be having a lot of fun. Development in the realm capital is increased. That is a very good trade. We want to increase the development of Venice even further. And the higher that goes. Their culture has discovered the battlements. Isn't that beautiful? Finally something useful. We can upgrade now our mod to a keep. At least that is something. And with that we can also upgrade, well, quite a few other things as well. I think here, this we can also upgrade in Veneto. And we should be doing that. The same thing. And I think for Napoli, it's already a level 2 castle. Alright. And Salerno is a level 1 castle. Let's also go this. And the same with Cagliari. Here we should have... Oh, it's Sardinian, right? We still need to promote the culture. But it is a duchy, so we can already build a duchy building. Let's just see what is worth it here. The tax offices are just amazing for bigger ones. So if we get a city here as well, the tax offices really pay off. The other one would be the royal reserves, which is, yeah, a nice increase there. I would like to go with the tax offices though. I think this is probably one of the most powerful buildings. Since we have the money, let's also build a city in Cagliari. Right, so there's lots of construction being done here now on this beautiful, beautiful island. Now, this guy here we have a claim de jure on that. So we have the duchy title, right? And it's part of the duchy title. So we can take this one. If we win, we gain it. He becomes my vassal, actually. He's not got some very good, powerful allies there, so that's no problem. Also, my spouse wants to invest in Pisa. Oh, she's pregnant. Yep. My wife Matilda draws up the details for the business investment. Are you good? She's poor. 75% chance. Let's take this one. Very good and successful business. Pisa is paying us more. Another smaller conquest. Nothing serious here now. And we got a daughter, Benedetta. A new daughter has been born. Perfect. The house is growing. And this little war is over soon. Oh, we inherited another city. Let's grant this one to a noble real quick, because I don't want to have a city myself. You might be Serena Doge, but you are also a loathsome girl. The unprovoked anger expressed by my rival Hartwig comes as a complete surprise. He has been under a lot of stress lately, but when asked to explain himself, he only doubled down on the insults. Who are you again? I have no idea who you are. You are in my court, obviously. I might make you the general of my army and lead you into battle against the Byzantine Empire if you like to. I will give you as good as again. We become rivals. You know what I'm doing with rivals, right? Yes, Hardwick. We could do that. We could very much do that. Let's do that. A murder scheme. I don't have any rivals. We have lots of secrets though that I can sell. Perfect. That's the war over, and we have conquered the whole of Sardine. We're really growing there nicely. So this is, by the way, if we ever lose Venice, really, I mean, technically the game would be over for us, but if we ever lose this one, we could always fall back to our, well, our island, where we are the Duke as well. So we are not only the Doge, we are also a Duke. And isn't that something worth looking forward to? Yeah. By the way, promoting the culture, 18 more months, then we get the next one. And control, yes, in the newly conquered territory, I should increase control. Doesn't take that long. Hartwig, The woods can be such a dangerous place. You should probably not go there. Oh, he went to the woods and died. He was, well, killed by bandits. Who knows what happens. Because he was my rival, we gain 150 prestige and we lose 20 stress from that. Perfect. Let's use some of that to give a speech. By the way, I should have my doctor, right? Yes, we still have our quote physician. We are hosting a speech here. Engage. Oh, yep, it's once again this one. Let's sit back and just take it in once again. And the speech was successful, even though we just sit back and relaxed. Oh, there's something. My speech now turns to the capital of Venice. There are many things that can be said of it, and a good word could sway the people to my purpose. Our city is perfect, or if we invest into the city, it will become one of the greatest in the world. We get a promised improvement. I like that. Building construction time, minus 20%. Does it affect my... Yes, it does affect my current construction already. So this was boosted now quite a bit. Perfect. And there we are. We are the head of culture now. We have upgraded. We have 9 learning. That's at least better than the previous one. We can now decide what we want. We have 6 counties. So this one here is now Cisalpine as well. Let's just see what we need next. The chronicle writing gives me the casus belli cost minus 10% for the Cisalpine culture. We also get naval speed. Not that important. Hereditary rule gives me plus 5% prestige. It's probably the best one that we can take here. Movement speed 10% is good too. Hereditary rule, let's go with that. How long does it take us? 9 years. That's acceptable. We have finished the construction of the keeps in Venezia, for example, and that makes it possible now to upgrade a lot of things. The fishing net weaver, we can now have a trade port in Venice. Oh my goodness, this is long overdue. Right, and we do the same thing here, investing in what we have also here from the temple. Plus, the cool thing is it's really fastly done here now, thanks to our improvements. Also another perk that we can go with. I will probably go down the... Yeah, popular opinion is pretty good, especially for the conquered territory. I might just go for that. I also like that people like me, so administrator might be another goal. Let's go with defensive measures, because I want to finish at least one. 3, and I guess we have a peasant rebel in Cagliari. But we have high control. People still don't like me. It's Cisalpine. Why is there a peasant rebel? They should love me. By the way, let's build a city. Ah, we are building a city right now. Sorry. Wealth aplenty. My treasury is brimming with gold and silver, and all expenses are cared for. As a wealthy lord, I'm expected to offer patronage to some kind of artist or scholar. As luck would have it, 3 potential candidates just arrived in Venice. Okay, we got... What do we got? We could get someone that builds us the gardens. We could get someone that builds us a religious poetry. Oh, that's pretty powerful, actually. Or we get someone that goes into natural philosophy, learning and development growth. 15. I think we go either with the garden, prestige, or I think we go with that. The discoveries made by Enrico show promise. So we get this one in our court, and we do get... Oh, he's a very good learner. He's also a good diplomat. I was half expecting here Leonardo da Vinci or someone like that, but it's too early for that, of course. Yes, let's take that. And thus Venice is growing with some natural wonders. Niccolo also comes of age. He is an astute intellectual. Very good. The highest level. And when we look at that, we could found a university. But we don't have the development in Napoli yet. So I should also boost development rating in Napoli by another 20 points. Then this might be really worth it. Alright, we're building everything here. That's fine. Oh my goodness, we're getting really rich here. Plus 38 now. And I'm hungry. I want something new. I want a new island. It's got not the best. Ah, that's the Holy War problem there. All over again. Barcelona is really weak right now. But I don't think we have the city somewhere here. We've also got a small peasant uprising now in Cagliari that was bound to happen. Let's just raise our troops there. I think this is a bit too much, but yeah, anyway, we need to destroy them, of course. Where are they going? They're going for Pisa. My wife is pregnant again, my second wife. Pisa is under siege. They really can lay siege to Pisa. That's something that I did not expect, those 300 people there. Your culture is joined the high medieval era. New innovations are available. Very good. We are now high medieval, no longer in the early medieval. Hereditary rule would still be running, but we could also go for something new now here. And hoarding is the one that I probably want to focus on. The cool thing is now my son, my heir, is an astute learner, so he's going to be really powerful for, well, advancing with all of that here. We got some very interesting tech that I personally haven't seen as well. This is interesting. Banking. As we all know, banking comes from this region here. So lots of development, especially also for this city. I still would like to promote my culture there just a tiny bit, so we get a few more Cisalpine countries under our control, so that we can still keep the head of culture, because there's nothing else that I would like to keep more. And of course we should also look at having a few more cities in the realm, like here in Arborea. For example, since we get the tax collector here for the whole duchy, it's important that we have as many cities in this area as possible. They're all going to pay us quite nicely. I love it. Stay tuned.